Hello, 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 wherever you are in the world. This is Kulmahay and I am the immersion coach. Hope you're well. Another gorgeous day here in the UK. So while I'm just waiting for people to jump on, I'm going to share this out to my group and my page, I guess. So hope everyone is well. I'm guessing a lot of people in the UK are just driving home from work. Oops, what have I done there? Mohammed, good to see you. Gary, good to see you. Marla, thanks for jumping in. Bear with me, guys, while I try and get this right. Just share this out. Here we go. Share it out to my group. There we go. And share it onto my page, and then I'm with you. By the way, did anybody watch the England match last night? Did anybody watch the England match last night? It was crazy. What a match. It's a crazy, stupid question to ask, really. Did anybody watch the England match? I'm guessing like the vast majority of the country would have done. So who we got here? Ahmed, good to see you. Gary, Marla, Jatinder, good to see you. Shah, good to see you. Sue, thanks for jumping in. Bobby, thank you so much for jumping in, guys. Wow, what a match last night. You know, it had me on the edge of my seat throughout. And I guess, you know, you get to my age and you've seen a few England World Cup matches in your time. And I kept thinking back to all the times when, you know, we've just not made it to the quarterfinals, or the quarterfinals is about where we stop. And I was thinking about how we always end up flagging towards the end of the game and everything was playing out. And, you know, that goal in the last couple of minutes, I was just shaking my head. And when I realised we were going into penalties, I'd given up by that stage. And I know I shouldn't give up because I'm always talking about mindset and talking about how we need to believe in ourselves. But I have to say the mindset of the team, how they were cool, calm and collected, and they didn't seem to be phased. And they remained absolutely on point throughout those throughout the penalties. It really was a great example of phenomenal mindset. So that was really, really important, I thought, for anybody to watch and hopefully restore our faith in having that incredible mindset. And when we're talking about mindset, you know, one of the things that you hear an awful lot about is goal setting, you know, setting the right kind of goals and having goals, and the importance of having goals in your life so you know where you're striving towards, where you can aspire towards. And I always use the analogy, don't I, that having goals is a bit like, you know, if you're a golfer, and I'm not a golfer, but if you're a golfer and you can see that flag on the green hundreds and hundreds of yards away, at least you know where you're heading. At least you know where you want to aim the ball when you hit the ball. And that is the importance of having goals in your life. If you don't have goals in your life and you don't have an understanding of where that goal is, what that goal looks like, you really don't know which way you want to be stepping in terms of the actions that you take on a daily basis. So it's very important in life, if you want to have a purposeful life, a fulfilled life, and a life full of meaning and intention for you, is to set yourself a goal. Understand what it is that you really truly want. This afternoon I had a former client reach out to me, and she said, I just need to speak to you. She said, you know, I'm setting myself goals, and she said, and I seem to have lost my way. I don't seem to be able to focus. I'm fine. And her goals were all around weight loss, and she wants to improve her health. And she says, I'm fine when I'm at home. I can be really, really focused. But then I get to work and have the distraction of work. And I just completely lose focus on the goal that I'm aspiring towards. So I end up eating junk at work. Now, there's a number of issues going on here as far as I'm concerned. And one of the issues was that we have so many routines in our lives and so many habits that we form, mind patterns, mind habits that we form throughout our own whole life. And it's very hard sometimes to break away from those habits. Sometimes we end up doing those habits without even realizing that we're doing it. So if you have a routine at work, you're going to follow that routine. And if you take your mind off the ball, if you take your eye off the ball, using another football analogy, if you take your eye off the ball for just that moment in time, it's very easy to slip back into old habits. If your old habits at work are that you want to eat junk, that you eat chocolate, that you eat cake because people are bringing it in, then it's very easy for you to fall into that pattern of behavior again. And that pattern of behavior is defined by the pattern of thoughts that you have. So to break those habits, it's about being very, very conscious in the moment, to live your life intentionally throughout the day. And you need to do this. This is the hard part. You need to do this for the first several times. And they say that if you if you carry on a new behavior for 20 to 30 times, it becomes your new habit. What it means is that you have to think less about it. It becomes less conscious for you, and it becomes much more unconscious for you. So whereas before you had this unconscious bad habit, you can, through this process of becoming much more conscious about your bad habit and then consciously trying to do something different about it, that doing something different can become unconscious behavior if you do it for long enough. But you're not going to achieve your goal if you don't know what your goal is, or you're not clear enough about what your goal is. So I talk about my 7 C's, and number 1 on my 7 C's is all about clarity of your goal. So this former client of mine said to me last night, I said to her, I said, okay, so are you following the 7C program? She said, yeah, I've just started on the 7C. I said, why don't you send me through your notes on each of the 7 C's? So she sent me her notes through. And where she'd written clarity, she basically had put, I want to lose weight. Okay, that was it. I want to lose weight. So I'm thinking to myself, so it's no wonder that you're not focused, because you're not really clear. What does losing weight mean for you? For some people, to lose 2 pounds in a month is a great thing, you know. For them, that is what they want to achieve, and they would be really, really happy if they managed to lose 2 pounds. For some other people, they may want to really stretch themselves and say, do you know what, I want to lose a stone in a month. And I've had clients before who've worked with me, and they have said this to me, I want to lose a stone in a month. It can be done. Anything can be done. But you just need to form new behaviors. You need to form new routines. It needs to be sustainable. That's the important thing. It needs to be sustainable. It needs to be a life change as opposed to just a temporary behavioral change. And that's why these junk diets don't work. You know, these diets that you have for like 7 days, 9 days, 10 days, and we see them all the time. They don't work because you're not giving your mindset that chance to build these new unconscious routines into your mind. You're not building in a sustainable change. You need to change the way of life. And I said to her, okay, so you want to lose weight. So what does that mean for you? What does that mean for you? What does it look like? Unless you really are envisioning that in your mind, that level of clarity in your mind, you're never really going to truly achieve anything, because you have this very loose goal in front of you. You have a loose goal, I want to lose weight. And because you're not clear about it yourself, you're kidding yourself on a daily basis that you're going towards a goal, but you're actually just meandering along in life. And when you are just meandering, when you're sort of very loosely going for something, you sort of half-heartedly do it. And so it's no wonder that you fall back into those old habits. It's no wonder you fall back into the old unhealthy habits. So having a strong goal and having a very clear goal is very, very important. It makes you much more purposeful as opposed to very sort of loose, half-heartedly going towards something. So if you're going to set goals in your life, and we've talked about why goals are so very important in life, generally speaking, but if you are going to set goals, make sure that you know what those goals really look like. Make sure you have some detailed image inside your mind. If you're going to set goals, let's stay with the weight loss thing. Tell yourself how much you're going to lose. What is your body shape going to look like? What time frame are you going to work towards? So have that level of clarity inside your mind. And that way, when you have much more focused and clear goals, you're much more likely to become purposeful about them and live your life very intentionally on a day-to-day basis. I hope that's useful. Tomorrow I'll be talking about another one of my 7 C's, and we'll talk about maybe commitment tomorrow. But the 7 C's are a very, very powerful tool. It's what I use on a daily basis to drive action in my life. I am running a free challenge group at the moment. It's called the 7C Challenge. I'll put a link on this Facebook Live so that you guys can join it. It is completely free, and it's basically a space where people come together and say, yeah, I want a monthly challenge, and I want someone to hold me to account. And then you have to declare your goal, and then you have to, for an hour every single day, make sure that you're practicing the 7 C's every single day, just for an hour out of 23 hours, just for 1 hour. And my promise to you is, if you do that, you will have a transformation in 30 days. I guarantee that you'll have a transformation in 30 days, but you need to practice the 7 C's. You need to practice them 1 hour a day for 30 days. If you want to join the group, guys, you're more than welcome to. It's a lovely little community. There's only a few of us on there, and I've seen some incredible transformations. I've seen a guy going from, I think it was 15% body fat, and he went down to something like 11% body fat in the space of a month. It can be done. Anything can be done, and you just need to find the right people around you, and you need to be accountable to other people. So God bless you all. Thank you so much for joining me. Tomorrow we'll talk about another one of the 7 C's, and I hope that I can play some part in your life to help you transform by the end of July. I'm ending up, I want 2 inches off my waist. I want to increase my biceps by another inch. So I'm doing a lot of high intensity workouts, and I am doing a lot of weights at the moment, upper body and lower body workouts, and my nutrition has significantly changed since I've started the program. So I know I'm going to meet my target. I know that I'm going to exceed my target because I have absolute clarity about what I want, and I have absolute clarity about where I'm going, and I'm not special. If I can do it, why can't you? Seriously, why can't you? Every single one of us can do it. We just need the right people, and that's why I created this community called the 7 C Challenge. Come and join us. Take care, have a beautiful day, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.